Looks like it's that time again. Happy Bionicle Day, everyone, and welcome back to Bionicle Direct. I'm your host, Chip, here to introduce you to some of our community's most ambitious projects. This year, we're starting off with one of the coolest gaming projects I've seen from this community, Bionicle Recur Unit. This workshop edition launched earlier this year on itch.io, and now the developer is ready to show us what's next.
Hello, my name is Party Pooper. I'm the solo developer of the Bionic Recur Unit project. I already made 2 Bionicle inspired games, including an exploration game and the Bionic Recur Unit workshop where you can build your own Toa Nuva. Both games can be downloaded on itch.io. You can make a donation or just have it for free. In this video, I'm gonna talk to you about a project I'm really passionate about. I've been working on it for some years now, so I decided to show off a bit of what it could be in the future. All this content gravitates toward the same goal, to make a Bionicle action RPG, where you can customize your Toa along your journey, fight various enemies, and explore creepy environments. This is still far from completion, and most things you saw might change in the future, but I hope I achieved to share my enthusiasm for this dream project. Anyway, thanks for your attention, and happy Bionicle Day!
The Bionicle Recur Unit workshop can be downloaded from itch.io using the QR code on your screen. Be sure to follow Party Poopa for the latest news on when the next edition will be released. Bionicle Recur Unit's not the only action RPG coming your way soon. Next up, we've got Voya Nui Chronicles, an expansive adventure set on the island of Voya Nui. Let's take a look at the latest gameplay footage. You can follow Hephaestus, the developer of Voya Nui Chronicles, on Twitter for the latest updates on this project. Speaking of Voya Nui, the Bionicle Heroes community has been quite busy lately. Let's see what one modder, Agent Shadowwalker, has cooked up for fans of this classic game. The second version of Simple Edition can be downloaded from ModDB using the QR code on your screen. Have fun! Bionicle Heroes isn't the only game getting the mod treatment. Let's welcome back a Bionicle Direct alum, Empire of Toa, a total conversion MMO built on top of Minecraft. What has the Empire of Toa team been working on since we last saw them? Let's find out. You can keep track of Empire of Toa's development by joining their Discord using the QR code on your screen now. Next up, from Carry On Games, we've got Bionicle Gukko Force. Let's check out the trailer now. Bionicle Gukko Force is available now on itch.io. You can also follow the developer at Luggage1996 on Twitter. Games are cool and all, but don't you ever wish there was something more? A mega game, if you will. Well, that's just what Blade, developer of Bionicle Kingdom Fall, decided our community needed. Let's find out exactly what this Bionicle mega game is all about.
Hello there. I am Blade, the writer/developer of Kingdom Fall. I am here to give you a summarized explanation of exactly what this game entails. Kingdom Fall is what is commonly referred to as a mega game, finding its roots in the one to popularize the format, Watch the Skies. The game features multiple factions, or teams of players, that work within a certain rule set and role-play environment to work on getting their own team ahead, whether that be through political alliances or smart resource management, among other things. Think of it as a game of Risk where you get to role-play your interactions. The best equivalent for comparison's sake would be the 1954 board game Diplomacy. In Kingdom 4 specifically, you will be taken to the Kingdom alternate timeline, where Toa Nuva failed to revive Metru Nui when it counted, and the Matoran universe immigrated to the island of Metru Nui and was forced to work together in order to survive. Each faction shall represent a different Koro, each with their own private objectives that may or may not clash with the ones of other factions. There is also a secondary, public objective, that of creating your own great Kanoka disc, the completion of which will be crucial to your private objective. To this end, you shall have a bevy of options to get the resources needed to craft it, from simple trading to political trades, or finding some in the numerous points of interest of the kingdom. In the background, you can see example scenarios of what you can expect to find in the game. On that note, you do not need anything other than a Discord account to join the server and interact with the other players, both in and out of game. Roll20 will be used for the map of the island, but it isn't necessary to have an account there, as I'll be posting the relevant screenshots on the Discord. The game follows a 48-hour schedule. The first 24 hours are dedicated to players interacting, at the end of which each team shall give me the actions for the turn, and the 24 following hours are dedicated to me taking all of these, deciding what happens next, and advancing the timeline. After that, rinse and repeat. In total, there will be a maximum of 10 turns, but the game can end sooner if you cause too much chaos. Wink wink. The council awaits your arrival, future player. Join us on the 26th of August to keep the island of Metru Nui afloat and resist the influence of the Makuta.
Bionicle Kingdom Fall will be starting on August 26th and run for 2 weeks, so be sure to join their official Discord if you want to participate. For our final gaming project this year, we've got another returning fan favorite. Team Kanohi has been making plenty of progress on their highly anticipated Masks of Power. And with a demo launch on the horizon, let's all make sure we're caught up on the lore.
Metru Nui, an ancient tropical island peacefully drifting on an endless ocean. This mysterious land is named in honor of an omnipotent great spirit, who in his benevolence descended from the skies to gift this teeming paradise to his people. These inhabitants are the Matoran, biomechanical beings who have built a quiet life in each of the island's 6 regions. Their labors are overseen by the Turaga, wise village elders who seek only the prosperity of their tribe. For a time, the Matoran enjoyed a serene existence on the island's bountiful shores. However, it was not to last. Metru Nui was visited by his dark brother, a spirit known only as the Makuta. Jealous of the Matoran's love for the Great Spirit, the Makuta cast a shadow on Metru Nui's light, forcing the powerful being into a dreamless slumber from which he was never to wake. Unable to stand against the Makuta, the Matoran placed their hopes upon the arrival of the 6 prophesized Toa, legendary guardians said to wield the very elements as their tools. In answer, 6 canisters fell from the sky, each carrying a slumbering Toa within its chamber. The Toa answered the call. With their awesome command of the elements and great Kanohi masks of power, they stood against the Makuta's darkness and fought back his fearsome beasts. However, their courage only delayed the inevitable. The Makuta endured. To quell the Makuta's darkness, the Toa must seek out the Kanohi masks of power, which have been lost to time within the uncharted depths of the island. Only with these powerful artifacts will the Toa gain access to the Makuta's realm and confront the Dark Spirit. The paths to these masks are treacherous indeed, and the Toa's limits shall be tested. And so concludes our tale. The Makuta's shadow yet looms, and its darkness grows. We must have faith in the mighty Toa. May Metru Nui's light guide them, for they will need it.
If you haven't yet, be sure to give Team Kanohi a follow on Twitter, and keep an eye on masksofpower.com for the latest news. As with last year, Bionicle Direct is also bringing you updates from other kinds of community art projects, starting with one of our organizers' personal favorites. Let's check out the conclusion of Bionicle Inside War Volume 1.
I guess it all started with the Throwbots. The first one I got was called Torch, where I come from anyway, and I thought it was the coolest thing I had ever seen. A robot that lived in volcanoes, blasted fire from his hand? The box was like a little transport for him. I still can't stop geeking out about it. But what I think really fostered this love came 2 years later. He was just like Torch, but so much better. He wasn't better because he was taller, or because he had a sword, or because he wore a mask. It was because he had a story. I always loved the Bionicle comic books. Over nearly 10 years of movies, video games, animated commercials, books, it was the comics that kept me in this world. It was so great getting them in the mail, that feeling of seeing the cover and immediately flipping to the centerfold to see all the new characters I'd be adventuring with that year. I'd always wanted to be part of that world, telling my own stories, but it just didn't feel possible. I guess it all started with the Throwbots. I was just getting into the Bionicle community online, and I saw that an artist named Morgan Ryan had started her own Bionicle comic, Bionicle Invasion of the Throwbots. I remember seeing it online, but getting a copy in the mail and then immediately flipping to the centerfold and seeing all the old characters I had adventures with. I knew I needed to tell my own stories in that world. It didn't feel possible. It was possible. When I first started, it wasn't difficult picking where I wanted the story to take place. The period of time where Pterodax took control of the universe was such an obvious jumping on point. In the official canon, there were a few pieces of media set during that era, but it felt like a sweeping epic filled with danger and action was just begging to be told. The question of who was to lead the story was not hard to answer either. Despite this being my project, I still wanted to try and find ways for this to be tied to the community. No other team of heroes felt like a true community effort like the Toa Haga. Gaki's Mask of Clairvoyance made for the perfect way to set the stage for the rest of the story. When it came to villains, I thought the story could use someone who hadn't received their full due within the canon. Enter one of the final sets ever released in the Bionicle Stars line, Named only on the box as Paraka, the character known as Nektan was the best choice to carry out the will of a dark spirit above all. Lastly, I did not want this story to be just about characters we had already seen. I needed someone new to interact with our team. The Toa Haga began their journey by being the elite guards of the Makuta. I felt like it only seemed fitting that their final journey end the same way. Makuta Muri came about as a desire to flip the Bionicle story on its head. In 2001, 6 Toa fought against the evil Makuta in a quest to awaken the Great Spirit Metru Nui. Now that our heroes are facing off with a Great Spirit, they would need the help of someone who might know how exactly to defeat it. Makuta was always described as Metru Nui's vengeful, backstabbing brother. I thought it would be fun to see Makuta placed in the exact same situation, with his long-lost sister now plotting his downfall. Flash forward to now. Bionicle Inside War number 6 has been out for 2 months. The last page promises the shocking conclusion to Inside War Volume 1. And that conclusion is out now. Yes, you heard that right. The finale of Inside War Volume 1, the first ending of this dream 23 years in the making, is out right now. You can get the digital version of Inside War number 7 on my Gumroad at this very moment. And that's not all. If you've enjoyed getting every issue in the mail, the physical version is up for pre-order as well. If that's still not enough, you can pre-order the hardcover edition of Bionicle Inside War Volume 1, Makuta Quest. With that, you'll get all 7 issues, a cover gallery, select storyboards, a sneak peek at Inside War Volume 2, and a couple more surprises as well. I've really enjoyed making this. It's not just a love letter to Bionicle, but to the fans who have been carrying it for over 2 decades. Thanks for reading, and I'll see you on the inside.
Another Bionicle's Gumrows can be found using the QR code on your screen, where you can also find all 6 previous issues if you need to get caught up. Don't miss out on this.
Comms override in Sector 3. We have 30 seconds.
Morgan here. We're hijacking this frequency to bring you a special report. Vaki enforcers are sweeping the city, capturing Matoran left and right. Duma's using his power to mess with everything, abusing our unity and corrupting our duty. That's why we're taking our destiny back, with this year's issue of Bionicle Illustrated Fanzine, featuring a collective of artists across all 6 Metrus. Everyone's got their own way to fight back, be it drawing, painting, 3D graphics, and even building instructions.
Borzak inbound. Time to go.
So what are you waiting for? Get out there and express yourself. We're counting on you.
Can you hear me? Am I getting through again? Well, that was new. If you're headed to Gumroad anyway, looks like you might want to pay Morgan a visit too. Bionicle Illustrated 2024 is available now. Just scan the QR code on your screen. If you can't get enough of Bionicle fanzines, then you're in luck. Ibrahim Habib is here to bring you Matoran Universe, a fanzine covering the entire timeline of the Bionicle story. This fanzine will also include character bios, interviews with those behind Bionicle, and highlights from previous Bionicle Day streams. Be sure to check it out on Ibby the Chronicler's Flickr. If Legends of Metru Nui happens to be your favorite Bionicle movie, you're really in luck today. Thanks to a returning direct alum, it's time to see Metru Nui in a whole new light.
Our great city, forsaken, its beloved heroes. But, left to defend its own peace, it thrives. Now, new threats emerge from the shadows. Must we protect ourselves once more? Who else could possibly be worthy? After all, can we trust heroes anymore?
Heroes of Metru Nui from Iconic Stills is available right now, both as a free digital download and a physical hardback. Just scan the QR code on your screen. Immerse yourself in the City of Legends like never before, and stay tuned for more from the heroes of Metru Nui. This isn't all Iconic Stills has in store for us today, though. Let's find out what else he's been working on. The Bionicle Community Database can be accessed now at biocdb.com. If you've ever wanted to create your own Bionicle 3D art, be sure to have a look around. Metru Nui isn't the only classic Bionicle locale we'll be visiting today. Let's see what another talented 3D artist, Gabby94, has been working on recently.
Hello everyone, this is Gabby94, creator of the Bionicle Mask of Light Toa Recreation project. It's been a whole year since I first announced my plans to remake the Toa Nuva models from Bionicle Mask of Light, and while production was lengthy and grueling at times, I couldn't be happier with how they turned out. In the few months since their release, I've had the joy of seeing many of your creations come to life using my models, whether it be high-quality remakes of film scenes.
I'll see to their safety myself.
No, Tahu, no! We must remain united.
Fan cast what-ifs.
I don't understand. Why am I angry at the enemy ball?
General renders, or just making Liwa dance. It's been amazing to see what you've all done with them, and I look forward to seeing more of your creations. This year we celebrate the 20th anniversary of Bionicle 2 Legends of Metru Nui. To mark the occasion, I've added special Metru-themed texture sets for each of my 6 Toa Nuva, as well as a special Toa Lecon-inspired texture set for Toa Nuva. Let's take a look. The Metru texture sets for my 7 Toa models are available right now on their respective CG Trader pages. I hope you enjoy them. A few months back, I partnered up with Rothanac to produce 3D printable files for all of my Toa Nuva masks. The concept of physically reproducing parts of my models was something I'd hoped for during production, but it wasn't my priority at the time. Now that the models have been released, I'm planning to release high-poly versions to convert into STL files for printing. I hope this will further bridge the gap between the film's models and the physical sets they were based on. Look forward to printable Mask of Light figures before the end of the year. This Toa Nuva project has been a bit of a dream come true. What started as a simple passion project for my own practice and enjoyment became so much more. Throughout the process, I became familiar with several members of the community, many of whom helped test it in the later stages, and ultimately decided that this previously one-off Bionicle project would not be the last. That said, I'm excited to finally announce my follow-up project. I hope you enjoy it. Bionicle The Legend Begins is a fan attempt at deconstructing the Bionicle Mask of Light Toa designs in an attempt to visualize what Creative Capers, LEGO, and Miramax might have done if the first Bionicle film was based on the Toa Mata. I had considered this as a follow-up project early in development of the Nuva models, and while I don't have anything concrete to show you right now, I've already begun working on concepts to bring the original 6 to life in a way we've never seen them before. Early attempts at Tahu Mata are promising, and I look forward to sharing more at a later time, but for now, thank you, and have a happy Bionicle Day.
All of Gabby's work can be found on his CG Trader page, which you can visit using the QR code on your screen. Be sure to follow him on Twitter at SuperGabby94 for updates on the Bionicle Zero projects. If you're the kind of Bionicle fan who prefers building your creations in the real world, you know how important it is that they be rocking the right Kanohi. Fortunately, 0M3G4's Kanohi Forge has all your mask needs covered.
Gathered friends, welcome to the legendary city of Metru Nui. I'm Chris, operator and owner of Omega's Kanohi Forge. Here, we seek to prevent shortages of parts while opening up new availability for freedom of artistic expression via resin-cast Kanohi replicas. Some of you may already be familiar with my work so far, as I've been posting here or there on various social media to document the development process and connect with the community. I want to deeply thank everyone who supported my journey, rife with trial and error thus far. I truly would not be where I am without all of you. Today, as we tour the legendary city of Metru Nui, we see the Matoran wearing various Kanohi masks in many shapes and colors, all made common with one detail, a protodermic silver blend adorning the top to denote to Toa during time of emergency the powerless status of their masks. Many have expressed their wishes that these had released as blind bags, or mystery packs, akin to the 2001 to 2003 Kanohi, Toa Nuva, and Kal mask packs. And today, I remedy this. I am pleased to announce that, as of the airing of this very video, Omega's Kanohi Forge has updated to include new Metru Nui Matoran Kanohi mystery packs. And I do mean quite right now. I've had my hand hovering over the activate button since the event started this day. Similar to the official packs of old, my Matoran Kanohi packs will include 2 masks at random, sampling from my currently available molds. You may have seen my Great Hau, Pikari, Miru, and Kakama, as well as Noble Ruru, Mahiki, Matatu, and Komau already. I'm pleased to announce that new masks will also be premiering through these packs thanks to commissions, those being the Great Huna and Akaku, both of which still have some issues to smooth out, so they will be considered uncommon, and the Noble Huna, Rao, and Kirill, each of which will be about as common as the rest. Similarly, the base colors would be drawing from my currently matched formulas, and thus could appear as red, yellow, blue, black, white, and bright pink. I am still in development of other colors I was hoping to have ready for today's presentation, but alas, these are a lot more intricate than I had anticipated. Packs will never include 2 of the same mask or color, so you'll always get a nice variety, and I try to ensure that getting multiple packs still doesn't result in identical duplicates. What's more, as I make new molds and match other colors, those will be added to the rotation as well. So, expect to see things premiere through there before they end up on the shop proper. Consider it a little teaser of what's to come if you find something I didn't mention here today. Those familiar with my work will note that this is a massive step up from my previous blind bags, scooping up from the Protodermis reclamation yard. Luckily, Palama still lets me in there. And those are still available for anyone interested. Any failed attempts from any batches, be they standard color pieces or new color tests and the Matoran packs, will end up in there. And I like to ensure that every defective mask pack from those still gets at least one cool piece to make it worth people's while. For those of you interested in getting your hands on these new mystery packs, or any of my previous items, please visit my shop on Etsy. If you'd like to see some behind-the-scenes work, get updates earlier on when new colors or masks are developed, or just want to reach out, check me out on various social medias. Tumblr is currently my preferred platform and the most active of mine, but I understand that's not so widely used, and I do make myself available on other platforms. For those who have commissioned me previously, I promise they are being worked on. I underestimated how long it takes to match new colors, and only managed to get these packs possible because silver was commissioned and eventually matched in time for the deadline. Thank you all for your incredible patience thus far, and I hope to have good news to share on your commissions soon. Thank you everyone for tuning in. Please drop by omegaskanohiforge.etsy.com to get your hands on these new masks. I'm really proud of how they turned out, and I hope you all enjoy them as much as I do.
If you'd like to get yourself some new Kanohi, head to 0M3G4's Etsy page using the QR code on your screen now. Now that we've revisited Metru Nui and all the other legends we know and love, let's find out what new legends await. Shattered Virtues is happy to present The Lost Legends, a new webcomic set on Barra Magna.
Okay, Hanma, now it's your turn.
Yeah, come on, don't keep us waiting, hurry up. Oh, okay, fine, let me think. Aha. Perfect. Strap in, my friends. This is a doozy. A long-lost legend is finally being told, with new heroes some would say are out of their depth, and new villains with motivations some would agree with. Follow the twists and turns of Shattered Virtues, the webcomic, and witness the story unfold. Hope to see you there, my friends.
Howdy y'all, happy 810, happy Bionicle Day, happy Bionicle Day, and also a happy 20 years of the Toa Metru storyline and the Legends of Metru Nui movie. One of my favorite Bionicle movies. I like all the Bionicle movies personally, but that one specifically stands out to me. It's just so beautiful. The city of Metru Nui is so gorgeous and is one of my favorite locations in all of fiction. But I digress. It is an absolute honor to be here and to be able to showcase this passion project to all of you, to the entire fandom. And I can't thank the Bionicle Day team enough for giving me a platform to do so. So again, guys, thank you so much. I wanted to take this time of the presentation to split up into two parts. Part one, it will be giving fill-in information to any newcomers, anyone who is joining our Metru, our village, our story circle, if you will. Just basic setting and basic story details. And then part two, we'll be discussing the future of the project going forward. So without further ado, let's get started. The story of Shattered Virtues takes place after the 2005 storyline. The Toa Metru and most of the Matoran have departed. Only the Rahaga, Duma, and Kitangu remain to try and repair the mess left by the Great Cataclysm and the Vizorak. Fortunately, new Toa arrived to assist with more than just the mess left over. But why do they sport noble masks? Where did they come from originally? Well, my friends, you're just going to have to follow me and find out. Now, first and foremost, as far as the future of this comic goes, I am hoping to get it turned into a graphic novel. Unfortunately, I cannot draw, but I can definitely build and take photos. One of my most common challenges, and it's going to be a challenge throughout this entire time, but it's a fun challenge, is taking our world and turning it into parts of this fictional city. It's such an interesting challenge, and I'm excited to see where it goes from here. Another thing I have planned for the Shattered Virtues storyline is a Dungeons and Dragons game with a brand new Toa team. Now, of course, I'm not going to forget about the old team. In fact, the old Toa team is actually quite crucial to the whole storyline. But like I said, that is later down the line. And last but not least, I will be attending Brickfest Live this year at the San Diego Convention Center from August 24th to the 25th. I will have the Toa there, as well as some of their future versions, and I will also be debuting some new models as well, some Matoran, as well as some villains. So if you're ever in the area, or you're not in the area, feel free to come on down, say hi. It would be an absolute blast to meet you, and yeah, hope to see you there. And with that, that concludes my portion of Bionicle Day. Again, y'all, thank you so much for this incredible opportunity. Thank you all for keeping the legend alive. As of right now, the Instagram is rocking at 210 followers. It's just incredible to see how far it's grown. Feel free to give it a follow. Keep up with the legend, and I hope you all have an amazing one, and may the Great Spirit guide you.
Be sure to follow at Shattered Virtues on Instagram. And if you're in the San Diego area, be on the lookout for the stars at Brickfest Live later this month. San Diego isn't the only place you can meet up with your fellow Bionicle fans. The Kanoka Club is proud to announce their first convention showcase at the UK's upcoming Sci-Fi Weekender.
What are you doing down here alone? We're supposed to be at the
Sci-Fi Weekender.
Sci-Fi Weekender is coming to Great Yarmouth, UK, March 20th to 23rd of 2025. Get all the details on Kanoka Club and what they've got planned at kanokaclub.com. And that's all we've got for this year. Thanks for tuning in, and we'll see you in 2025.